finally, well, both of you actually, how did it feel to finally be here now, day one, now you really get ready to get out there?
Yeah, it feels good. I think everybody had a well-needed break and, got a lot of work done in the off season. So, of course, everybody's definitely excited to be back.
Justin, what were your last couple of weeks like? Did you relax at all, or was it all work?
No, I kind of relaxed like right after vet mini camp. Kind of took like a week and a half off, and then I, of course, started training again. But, the closer we got to here, the, more we were working out. So.
What did you do to relax, and what did you do to get ready?
I actually took a family vacation to Cabo, so that was nice. Went out there. It was probably one of the nicest vacations I've been on. So it was really nice out there for sure.
Justin, how was the league week in Austin, Texas? I know there's a bunch of NFL players there. How was that experience?
Yeah, it was good. It was their second year doing it, or second year of me being there. So it was nice, just hanging out with a lot of players around the league, kind of just picking their brains, and of course, working out with them. So it was definitely a good time down there.
Justin, can you articulate how different it feels showing up for training camp this year as opposed to a year ago? So much has changed for you, for the team. How are you?
Yeah, just how I feel, my confidence going in it, and just our team, like our team as a whole, we just feel closer. I think this year, just in my opinion, but just everybody on the team's excited. We're trying to all accomplish one goal, and we're just ready to get to work. So.
Coach said your footwork and fundamentals are through the roof. You've got a good grasp of the offense from OTAs. What's your next big challenge for training camp coming up?
Just keep improving each and every day. Try to learn something new every day, and try to get better at something every day. So as long as we continue to improve, continue to get better each and every day, I think by the time the season rolls around, we'll be ready to go.
When you look back, what specifically were things that you wanted to get better at when you watched yourself on tape from last season? What did you learn? What do you want to be better at?
Yeah, just with everything. I think last year, of course, me being a rookie, I was kind of thrown into there, but just being calm, in the game, just being on time with, the routes, the concepts that we have in the offense, and just playing on time with my feet. So I think, as long as I do that, we're gonna have a good amount of success. So.
You mentioned being thrown in there last year. Was that just not ideal, like to not be there from start to finish?
Was it not ideal?
Not ideal for you.
I'm not sure, but every situation you're gonna be put in is not gonna be ideal. So even if it wasn't, you just kind of have to deal with it. So.
Lucas, there were some moving parts on the O-line during the spring, and now you got two new guys. How long can it take to kind of sort things out? And I know the coaches have to make the decisions, but feel comfortable with the guys next to you. Like, what do you think a time frame is for that process?
I think that's like a hot topic with O-line, but you put enough work in meetings and practice that you could say there's never enough time, or there's always too much time. So not really much of an answer for you, but I know the two guys that we just signed are coming in. They're veterans, and it's always good to have guys like that, and the other veterans we have in the room. And, with Cody and Sam, has played a lot of ball, and kind of lean on those guys, and for the young guys to figure things out and talk to each other that way.
Justin, after
Justin,
mini
how much
camp.
of a boost do you think it is to add two veteran offensive linemen like that right before camp?
I think it's definitely going to help our team, especially the younger guys, like Lucas said, just to kind of teach them the ropes and on how to be a NFL lineman, and how to stay in the league for a long time. So of course, it's going to teach them a lot. So I'm definitely excited for them.
Justin, after minicamp, Eberflus said he wanted to see your leadership continue over the off-season. What did you do to make sure you were keeping in touch with your guys? Did you get together with anyone? How did you extend that over the past month?
Yeah, just keeping in contact with the guys that were out of town, and then when I got back in town a couple of weeks ago, just got the guys together, and just working out with them. Just kind of feeling them out, and just coming up with different signals for outs and stuff like that. So again, just trying to feel comfortable in our offense, because this is a new offense this year, and just be ready to go. So. Yeah.
Justin, how would you describe the leadership element of your role and kind of what it means to you personally?
It means a lot to me. Just me being the quarterback of our team. I'm the leader, so these guys need to see how hard I work. What I do on and off the field, and just need these guys to follow me, and just play hard. So as long as I show them, which I think they do know, how hard I work, what I do to, prepare and stuff like that, it's just gonna follow with everyone behind me.
How much easier is that for you this year than last year?
How much easier is?
Is it to have guys follow you? This year, when you were obviously the starter, you take all the starting snaps in the offseason, you don't have to worry about, a veteran taking that job.
I think it's definitely easier, especially, playing, actually getting in the game, especially at this point in time. They've seen me play before, where last year, I haven't, played a game this time last year. So, of course, it's, a lot easier for guys to, follow me and, kind of see what I do and just the approach I take, at practice and meetings and stuff like that.
Now that you've had 6 months with the new staff, the new coaching staff, the new personnel department, how different does this feel to you in terms of just a workplace? Do you feel almost as though you've changed teams?
No, I don't feel like I changed teams. I feel like I changed coaches, but that's about it, really. So, I mean, it's been good though. All the new coaches, they've been great. They're great teachers. So, just learning something new every day. Just building on what we have already as our foundation is just gonna, make us better as a team.
What insight have you gotten into how Ryan Poles runs things?
What insight have I got to Brian Poe's
Just the
running
time
things?
that you spent with him, how would you describe the way that he's run the building, the way that he's run the organization?
Yeah, I mean, so far he's done a great job. He talks to the players a lot, and just having him around has been awesome. He's always out at practice, just walking around, just building relationships with guys. So him being around, and guys just seeing his face, being able to conversate with him, I think it's going to build relationships around the building. So yeah.
In terms of learning the offense, how much does it help to have a veteran center who's been in the offense before in terms of the nuances and everything?
I mean, yeah, it definitely, makes my job easier, just, being able to get together with him, in meetings and stuff like that, seeing different looks with protections, seeing what's going on through his mind and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's helpful for sure.
The wide receiver depth chart is far from settled at this point. What's the challenge for you over the next month of kind of developing timing and rapport with a whole wide cast of guys that you don't know who's going to be necessarily playing with you once the regular season starts?
I think the coaches, do a great job, rotating guys in. So I don't think it's going to be much of a challenge, building relationships with those guys and, getting the timing down with them. So the coaches do a great job of, rotating those guys in and, just kind of, moving guys in different places, around the field. So I don't think that'll be a problem.
Have you had a chance to connect with N'Keal Harry yet?
Yeah, so the day after he signed, I just sent him a text over, and he was, of course, excited to be here, and I'm excited of what he can do. We all saw what he did at Arizona State in college, and just his frame, what he can do as a playmaker. I mean, I'm very excited to see what he can do on the field.
Justin, I think people around the league don't quite know what to expect from you this year because of the way last year rolled out. Does that filter into you, like what people's opinions are, where people rank quarterbacks at? And even if not, like, what do you think you can show the league this year?
No, that doesn't filter into me at all. And I'm not really worried about showing the league anything. I'm just worried about winning games. So I'm not, trying to prove myself to anybody. I'm not trying to do this and that, take opinions into account. I mean, my job is to, win games and, of course, make the playoffs. So I'm not worried about anything.
Lucas, as a guy who's battled his way from undrafted to NFL starter, I'm curious if you can give us some insight about what going through your young teammates' mind when they work all summer, and then a couple days before training camp, a couple 30-something veteran starters come in here. What's the message? Is it that the competition isn't good enough yet, or how might it impact all these teams?
I think it's a great message that in the NFL, nothing's guaranteed, and competition is the greatest barometer for a team. I mean, if we could have 100 guys in here who are all NFL veterans and, make everyone better, then I think it makes the team better, which then, helps us win games. That's how I see it, and I've been on both sides of the coin, and it's definitely a benefit. You just have to approach it with the right mentality that you have to bring your best every day. I mean, that's why it's the National Football League, and that's why we're professionals.
Do you take it upon yourself at all to talk to the kids and say, hey, this is the way it works, head up, go out there and compete?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've definitely I'm here because I benefited from a lot of guys who gave me all the advice that they wanted to give or were willing to give, and I'll give it to any guy who's willing to listen, and I think it'll make our team better, and that's the end goal is to make this team better, win games, and make a run for the Lombardi.
Matt Eberflus said that as it pertains like finding the starting five, that there's not a deadline, but like the sooner the better for obvious reasons. Like being a part of this before and going through training camps, when does an offensive lineman know like, hey, this group works?
We'll definitely wait till the pads get on. I mean, that's one thing that you can only do as an offensive lineman. We got to block people, we got to run into each other. So once the pads get on, that's like a really good, test and kind of see where guys fit and how you fit everything. And, we're going to be going against our D-line, which is a great look, and that'll be another test. And then also just kind of how well guys mesh. So, again, it's one of those things where can't put like 2 weeks, can't put 2 months. It's just you kind of just got to play football and figure it out.
Justin, I was watching the Captain, the Derek Jeter documentary, and it made me think about you. He was talking about
Said the what?
Captain. It's a documentary on Derek Jeter, right? And he was talking. It made me think about you because he was talking about dealing with failure early in his professional career. I don't think your rookie year was a failure, but how did you mentally and physically deal with not dominating for probably the first time in your life?
I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason. So, who knows how I would have taken it if, I would have had a great game every game. Maybe I wouldn't have that hunger still. But I mean, I'm going to work until, like Lucas said, until we get that Super Bowl trophy. So, as long as I'm here, I think everybody in the building knows, I'm going to work. I'm going to do whatever I can to help us win games, to help us, be better each and every day. So, I think just failure pushes me to even go harder. So, that's really all I got to say until we finally, win that trophy and get that ring.
Justin, you said
Guys that you
earlier.
worked out with this off-season, was there anyone that you really found you could lean on or you were picking things up from? And what was it that you learned this time working out with them as opposed to last year?
You talking about the receivers?
Yeah.
I think, just being with Mooney more, just his work ethic, and just his mindset on things, he got drafted in, the 6th round, something like that, and just seeing how he's progressed, these past 2 years, and just seeing how hard he works. I think I've said this before, but, he pushes me to be better, and, I think we push each other, so, we've, got together a couple times over the break, and, we would come here at 10:30 at night, just throwing routes, stuff like that, and just, trying to get our time together. So, it's just great, having him, of course, being the leader of the receiver room, and, we're just trying to get, more guys on board. So.
Justin, you said earlier that you didn't care what you didn't listen to what people around the league say, or you don't really care what people on the outside say. What is it that motivates you? Especially in the off-season workouts when you don't have to be out there, you could be home relaxing, but what is it that drives you then? If it's not what others think?
Just my love for the game. I just want to be great. At the end of the day, this is my life. This is, what I want to do for as long as I can. So, this is my job. This is my life. Like, I don't know anything else. I've been doing this since I was, 6 years old. And it's just, when you've been doing something for so long, you just, start to love it more and more. And I love the failures that comes with it. I love everything that comes with it because I know that, at the end of the day, like, as long as I, give my best and I know what I can do, I know, once we do reach our full potential, like, what we'll be able to do. So, just everything that comes with the game, the failures, the wins, everything. I just love it. So,
Why do you look the failures? Why do you look the failures?
Because it comes with the game. So, like I said, you're not gonna always win every game, and you have to. If you're gonna love the game, you're gonna have to love everything that comes with it. You can't just love one part of it. Like, you're going to have to, embrace the failures. Like, I'll take you back to an example in college, like 2019 when we lost to Clemson, the game-ending interception that catapulted us that next offseason into a whole different mindset. So just stuff like that, just, responding back to that and just knowing how to respond from failures and stuff like that, I think, you know, that just makes it even better. So, of course, I don't love failing. Like, yeah, we need to throw that back. I don't love failing, but, you know, you just have to, you know, be able to, you know how to bounce back, know how to, you know, get back in that mindset and just, you know, get back rolling, like just drop it or whatever, learn from your mistakes, this and that, and just, you know, keep on going.
Lucas, how much has your belief in Justin grown as you've gotten to know him and work with him? And is there anything you've seen in particular from him in the offseason that just heightens the anticipation of what can happen with him this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's been exciting to watch. I think physically what he can do that's been extremely impressive and something I was excited when I was coming in. But I think one thing that I think Coach Flus has talked about it quite a bit, but being situational masters, and I think Juan's done a really good job with that. And we had quite a few just little 2-minute scenarios or other in-a-game scenarios, and to watch him take the lead in that, because we all know what 90% of games come down to that last drive, and just to watch him take command and understand that each 2-minute drive has its own intricacies and details, and kind of learn from each, and also take command of the guys when, you know, a few mistakes might happen from a young guy, or maybe I do something, and for him to harp on us in a way that, you know, hey, this is going to win us games, and, you know, that's important, and that's what makes a good leader, and a good quarterback a good quarterback.
Lucas, obviously Aaron Rodgers going to the Hall of Fame, and you have some expertise on his impact on you and your teammates. What, if any, of that would you think would be important to try and share with Justin and recommend to him?
I think that's a private conversation. Don't like comparing players.
I'm not talking about comparing, I'm just saying, is there anything that you saw in him that you would suggest to Justin would be important to?
Maybe, but maybe not. I think that'd be something we would share in private.